true to form tonight, they're going to bring 6 or 7 guys.
Let's see if they send it. They'll play this a little straighter. Perez with some time. Goes to Gordon. In and out of his hands at the 1-yard line. He holds on to that, and he maybe has a skip step to the end zone. Gary Richards is covering.
Mike Perez has got to be pulling his hair out tonight. He has been right on the money.
And defensively for the Riders, Gary Richards.
This is a nice throw here. Good coverage also. That ball was right there.
Gordon should have had it at the 1.
Nice tight spiral.
On 4th down, Galaxy kicker Stefan Maslow.
Stefan Maslow in to attempt a 40-yard field goal to try to break a scoreless tie. And he does. Maslow, who had the first offensive score in World League history with a 35-yarder last week, hits from 40 here. And the Galaxy leads by 3. Night in Texas, but the play hasn't been too gorgeous so far.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're a defensive player, you're happy. I think both teams are playing extremely well defensively, and I think if you're Mike Perez, you're pulling your hair out because he's had the ball on the money tonight, and his receivers just haven't made the plays for him.
He just had Cedric Gordon drop a pass at the 1-yard line that looked like it may have been a touchdown, but Frankfurt salvaged something out of it. They got a 40-yard field goal from Maslow, capping a 12-play drive. 6.5 minutes used off the clock. 3-0 Frankfurt. Andre Johnson from the goal line for San Antonio. Nice run back. Got it out to the 24-yard line. Michael Barkan, let's check in with our sideline man. Where is he?
I'm right here on the 41-yard line, far side, with Marco Rueda, who is the kicker, the reserve kicker for the Riders, and I'm with Carol Lee Gonzalez, who's acting as an interpreter. And Carol Lee, you know what I want to know? How has he found the American football compared to playing in Mexico?
Marco, que es más diferente a la pelota en México a los Estados Unidos?
Okay, in the United States, big guys, very faster, stronger, is the difference.
Carol Lee, we don't need you. Brad, back up to you.
On the ground is Ricky Blake, and he's got about 9 out to the 33-yard line. I have a feeling Barkan can talk to, like, Martians, and they'd understand what he's talking about.
Well, he had Helmut Yoder last week, the national kickboxing champion from Germany, so and this week, why not?
Nice job over there.
You got to love it, though. Everybody seems to have the enthusiasm. From the owners, the players, the fans. These people here in San Antonio are backing this game. I mean, it's a sellout here. Willie Nelson was here. We have it all here this week.
A couple of Texas legends at the game, and Tom Landry's one of them. Willie's the other one. Willie Nelson, who sang our national anthem tonight before the game.
I got to go down there and get one of those Frankfurt Galaxy helmets for my collection at home.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
They are really sharp.
They actually took a picture of the Galaxy, and through some sort of technology, been able to put that on the orange stickered helmets. Speaking of helmets, let's go inside one with Lee Salt.
The interesting thing about this helmet cam and the mic, you really get a feel for what the quarterback is going through. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Right, yes, and on 1. Trips right. We got 36 counter coming up. All right. Trips right.
36 counter will be an off tackle play to the right. They'll start to the left and they'll counter back to the right.
Make sure the ball.
Make sure the ball. He tells the running back, make sure you hold on to that ball. Ricky Blake will receive the ball. They'll start to the left and they'll come back to the right.
Second and inches. There's Ricky Blake. There's the first down, and then some across the 40. Blake got his way all the way to midfield and into Galaxy land at the 47-yard line. Nice run.
Real nice run. Good play call there. Second down and short. And here you go. You see these big offensive linemen coming around the corner. Nice blocks. Ricky's pushing them into those guys. Hold on to that ball, Ricky.
Blake had 73 yards last week in a loss against Orlando. Salt's quick slant inside the 40-yard line. He got it to Lee Morris.
That's exactly where you want to put that ball, right in his belly. So when he takes a hit like he just did there, he's going to hold on to it.
Lee Saltz has been pretty cool, Boomer, including when he took over for the injured Jason Garrett last week.
Wide left, 350.
Wide left.
50.
Wide left 350. You'll see an off-tackle run to the left by Ricky Blake this time.
First down, San Antonio. They trail by 3.
Here we go.
Blake finds a little room. He got it to the 35-yard line. Terry Fleming and Kevin Woolfolk in on the stop.
One of the reasons you're seeing them have success with counter plays is because the Frankfurt defense is really trying to hit gaps. And when you hit those gaps, you open yourself up to down blocking and pull blocking by the offensive lineman.
11 minutes to go first half. It's 3-0 Frankfurt. It is 2nd and 8 San Antonio at the 35-yard line. What a hit Saltz took. Ball loose. And that one came from Tim Brody.
And that's one of those 5 linebackers that he said he was going to have trouble finding. And the flexibility that they have with 5 linebackers is that they can blitz any one of them. And as a quarterback, you have to have your head.
I don't even think he got a good look at that truck, did he?
Well, he wasn't spanning the defense.
Lee was looking left and Brody came right, and it is 3rd and 8. Saltz buys some time. He's going to head for the sideline. He's got the first down and then cuts back. And a nice scramble to the 15-yard line. First down, Riders.
Lee Morris made a real nice block down in front of Lee Saltz and give him an opportunity to get 5 more yards. But Lee, you got to get out of bounds.
32 trapper on my left side.
Let's take the helmet cam for a ride with Lee Saltz. And then a lot of green.
You see the nice block. There's a nice block right there.
From the 15, Ricky Blake. Off the right side. He's got about 7 more inside the 10.
When you have a mobile quarterback like that, it drives defensive coaches crazy.
350.
Okay, here's your off tackle run to the left again.
Second down and 3. This team likes to keep it on the ground. And they do again, and Blake met in the backfield this time.
Well, I was beginning to say, though, when you have a mobile quarterback and you have a defense that likes to play man coverage and pressure defense, much like Frankfurt, there is nobody responsible for the quarterback. He's the one guy that they're not responsible for. And they can make big plays if he can get out of the pocket.
Terry Fleming made a nice stop. And it brings up 3rd down. Almost 4 to go.
Get rid of it.
Saltz, the fade to Hess, in and out of his hands in the end zone.
Super defensive play by Mark Seals. He did not let Hess come down with that ball.
Mark Seals out of Boston University, the guy that broke it up.
Nice job by Lee to get that ball off in the face of a blitz. And what did you see there? Reverse angle.
Oh, a little bit earlier now, Boomer.
A little bit early, but what Seals does real nice is he pulls down.
And Teddy Garcia gets a field goal out of it to tie things up.
And a standing ovation.
It's about time Teddy hit one. That's what Mike Riley's thinking. 8:43 to go first half in San Antonio. The Riders have drawn even. Back in San Antonio, where the Riders have their first points on their home field, capping a 69-yard drive in 10 plays. Teddy Garcia hit a 26-yard field goal. We're even at 3. And Garcia set to kick it away. Cedric Gordon and Tony Baker back deep for the Frankfurt Galaxy. And Teddy knocked this one almost into the first row over here in front of us. Teddy worked with the Houston Oilers last year, and they might send him back to Houston. I know you're thinking that's one of my golf shots, Boomer, but that one was a bad kickoff, and it goes 30 yards from the spot. It's out of the 35-yard line where Frankfurt goes to work offensively.
I don't have any explanation for that.
I hope Teddy does.
I don't know. You know, the wind or something. I don't know. I've never seen anything quite like that.
Don't get me started now, Esiason. From the 35-yard line, it's first down, Frankfurt. Perez, I don't know if that was a play fake or a design play, but he keeps it and goes out of bounds out near the 39. Diana Nyad with an update for us on the game going on in Montreal. Let's go to Diana in New York.
Barcelona is now up on the board in Montreal. First play of the second quarter. QB Scott Ernie fires 21 yards into the end zone and finds Gene Taylor, who beats his man. Montreal now it's only 10-7 up over Barcelona.
So the Dragons draw within 3 in Montreal. Here we're tied at 3 in San Antonio. Perez lost the ball. Let's see, they're going to call that a fumble. If they do, Kennedy Wilson's got the football for San Antonio.
That was a questionable call. I think he was trying to get rid of that ball there, Brad.
There will be no review.
No, of course not. Remember, the quarterback can flip the ball forward. Let's take a look at this. He was trying to pass that ball.
Well, Gardner's the one that got to him.
No, actually it wasn't. It was a fumble. Okay.
I think that call is a good one. And Kennedy Wilson has the recovery, and Donnie Gardner the big play to knock the ball loose.
Donnie did a nice job. Here he comes. That's a fumble. Mike does a smart thing. I mean, he tries to bat it away a little bit here. Hard to do that when you get a 300-pound monster hanging off your back.
Great field position for the Riders at the Galaxy 40. First down. 3 receivers there to the bottom of your screen. Salt with a play fake and running out of room to hide. It goes down to the 49-yard line. Chris Williams gets to him.
That's the play fake off of that counter running play that they've been doing all night long. Chris Williams did a nice job.
Chris got the first 2 points in World League action with the safety Judge Garrett against London in the opening game last week, and he comes up with his first sack of the night, second sack for the Galaxy team. Second down and 19. Salt goes out to his tight end Williams, who steps out at the 41-yard line.
And a lot of folks wonder, why don't they go for all 19 yards on second down? Well, no, you just want to go back and get half of it. Be conservative. It's a little rollout pattern. You can see through the helmet cam how he's rolling out towards the receivers. Everybody's dropping off. Nice throw right into the body of Ronnie Williams, and you pick up 9 yards. So now it's 3rd and 10, and you're in striking distance of a first down.
And 3rd and 10 is a lot more manageable.
Exactly.
Salt, here comes the blitz. Running for his life again. Throws on the run, and out of bounds is Ronnie Williams, the guy he just hit with a previous pass.
Again, Frankfurt comes with the blitz.
Chris Alexander.
What they're doing is they're putting a defensive end and a linebacker outside of the left tackle, forcing the left tackle to make a decision. Who is he going to block?
Another great call. You see Ronnie Williams' left foot is out of bounds as he hauled that one in. Kent Sullivan into punt.
Nice high punt here.
High lazy kick, fair catch called for. Takes the San Antonio bounce, and the Riders defense will bury the Galaxy down near their own 6-yard line. Nice job by the special teams. It is tied at 3 here in San Antonio with 6:54 to go in the first half.
Now when he calls other MCI customers on his list, he saves an extra 20%. An extra 20% over the regular MCI savings.
Catch the action with Dan Marino as the Barcelona Dragons battle the Raleigh-Durham Skyhawks. World League Football on USA, Saturday at 8 Eastern.
Back in San Antonio, Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, and Michael Barkan, and some excited folks in a sellout crowd here at Alamo Stadium.
She's getting a young start, isn't she?
The Galaxy from its own 7-yard line. Pump fake by Perez, and he wants to go deep, and does for Gordon, and he doesn't hold on. the 45-yard line. Sean Dykes got back there on defense.
I can't say enough about how good Mike Perez is throwing the ball tonight. That ball is on the money again, and Cedric has to slow down and force that defensive back to run up his back. Watch this now. It's a little bit underthrown. Cedric gets on top of Sean Dykes here. Slow down, Cedric. Slow down a little bit. Good play by Sean Dykes.
Dykes got the left arm in there, broke it up. Perez 2 out of 10 on the night. But about 4 passes have been dropped. Baker maybe got a yard. Michael Barkan, let's check in with him on the sideline. Michael.
You mentioned these helmets before, Brad and Boomer, and these were taken. The designer of the logos for the World League actually took an exact reprint of a nebula galaxy. And with half this league marketing and glitz, this should go a long way in the stores upstairs.
Does Mike know what a nebula galaxy is?
He's out of it somewhere. We know he's out of the galaxy somewhere. 3rd down and 9 for Frankfurt with those interesting helmets. Side of the offense jumps. Hackamack, the right tackle, out of his stance too early. Now it's going to be 3rd down at about 14.
Tackle just lifts up. He wants to get good position on his defensive lineman.
75 offense.
Wants to get good position on his defensive lineman. And he tries to get a little bit of a jump. You can see he's stepping back to pass block. He would not retreat like that if it were a run block.
Now Mike Perez has got a
Here comes the blitz.
Look at a blitz from his own 4, and he got rid of it. And Gordon in and out of his hand. That time it was Alvin Lee. Staying corrected, not Gordon.
Mike Perez showed a lot of poise getting rid of that ball before the blitz got to him. Again, it was a good hit that time by Cooney. A little bit behind him, tough catch. But that's how you tackle in a secondary. You dislodge the ball from the receiver. You make him pay if he's going to come in your neighborhood. And there it is.
Nice punt. Wow. Blasting it way back to the 35-yard line where Lee Morris finally tracks that one down. And Morris gets a decent return just because the coverage was outkicked by a mile. Boy, did Welahan get a piece of that one.
Obviously, Welahan is not hurt last time he was out on the field.
61-yard kick.
That's an actually offensive player right there. I mean, that's the type of thing that you need. If your offense is not working well, and your punter comes on the field, that's how a punter really makes his money, kicking those balls out of the end zone. Those are hard punts. It's a whole new mental state of being when you're standing in your own end zone and you got 10 guys coming at you trying to block it.
Still, the Riders have decent field position, better than decent from their own 48.
Comes the blitz again.
Blake cuts outside, near a 1st down inside the 45, down to about the 43-yard line.
Blake did a good job of avoiding Tim Brody in the backfield.
Okay, no, you know what I'm saying? No, not from. I'm talking to Sean, right? You know what I mean? We're out there lining up, head up, and fuck, that's fine. We're just guys, get your asses.
Tommy Lee is the offensive coordinator for San Antonio.
Hey, this is not a church social, I can tell you that. These guys are fired up. They don't even think about what they're saying. They become so involved in the game that they become very boisterous and they want to get their point across, much like General Patton used to do.
Only we think about what they're saying, right?
Well, actually, you know, I'll tell you, that's just a part of the game.
Stay bottom on that one.
Going to bring in the sticks to measure.
Ronnie, see him come on that?
Here you go. You hear Lee talking to his tight end, Williams, saying, did you see him come on that?
All right, let's go. Let's go. Hold on the ball.
Don't forget, we've got a lot more action coming up next weekend. A slate of games highlighting our coverage. Saturday, 2 o'clock, Orlando and London will have at it. And Orlando off to a 2-0 start. Barcelona and Raleigh-Durham. Or Frankfurt and New York, New Jersey at 8 on Saturday night. That's all coming up Saturday on USA. Tie game here, and Blake is run down by Kevin Hendricks. Nice job defensively for Hendricks.
I'll tell you what's nice. It is difficult to figure out what Frankfurt is doing on defense with these 5 linebackers. They always have 7 guys around the line of scrimmage. 6 guys, 7 guys around the line of scrimmage. You don't know who's coming and who's not coming as a quarterback.
3-27-21.
Second down and 9, San Antonio at the 41 of Frankfurt. Here comes a blitz. Incomplete over the middle. And Saltz took a shot again. Teeter and Pau were there to meet him. Yepi Pau.
You can really see the rush coming at you. Watch Yepi come right at him. Nobody blocking him. How would you feel standing back there seeing that guy coming at you?
Forget it.
and there is nobody there to pick up because Ricky Blake went in motion out of the backfield. So you know as a quarterback, this guy is unblocked. I got to get rid of the ball.
Third down and 9 for the Riders. Williams, the tight end, in motion. Saltz swings it out. Inside the 40-yard line goes Lee Morris. Penalty markers down.
It could be an illegal formation by the offense here. Illegal man downfield.
Ineligible, number 77 downfield. 10 yards and loss of down.
It's a little wide receiver screen, and every time that these offensive linemen hear screen in the huddle, they feel like, well, I can go down the field. Nobody's going to be paying attention to me. Unfortunately, they have to wait.
James Harper, who had a big play earlier with a fumble recovery that got the Riders a first down, that time with the penalty and the loss of down, brings in Kent Sullivan to punt.
Well, here you are as a punter now, knowing that you're going to try to angle the ball out in the corner and stick the other team inside the 20-yard line. This is where it's kind of fun to be a punter, where you can really test your accuracy.
He's placed a couple nicely already tonight.
Looks like they're lining up 9 to come after him right here. Here they come.
Well, way up in the air. This one might be a minus yardage punt. I don't know if I've ever seen one, but we're about to, or maybe a yard. I don't know. It's right by the stick. We have had 2 of the goofiest kicks in the history of football tonight. One off the foot of Teddy Garcia, and that one by Kent Sullivan.
You know, I think if I'm Mike Riley, you know, I got to think like, what's going on?
You said inside the 20, wanted to put it, not inside the 50, right?
Well, you know, I mean, that's a shame. I mean, you feel like you're out there on an island as a kicker. Everybody sees what you're doing. I mean, that's a tough thing to deal with. We've seen 2 of them tonight.
Perez in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Cedric Gordon.
Threw that ball a little bit high. Usually what happens, it happens to me too. I got to tell you, I throw the ball high on a number of occasions, and one of the reasons being is that you want to get rid of the ball so quickly that you tend to just let it go too soon. And when you let it go too soon, it has a tendency to rise on you. As my quarterback coach, Dana Bible, always tells me, come over your front foot. Throw over your front foot, follow through. And
that
sometimes
brings it down, huh?
Yeah, sometimes you have you hesitate, and you don't do that, and you try to get rid of the ball with all arm.
Second and 10, deep ball this time, incomplete. Jason Johnson, and nice coverage by Gary Richard, the corner.
Real nice coverage here.
Let's go to Diana Nyad in New York.
Johnson on the coverage, 44 for the Riders, Gary Richard.
Thanks, Brad. In second quarter action, 2 plays after his own 51-yard reception, Paul Palmer takes the handoff 6 yards into the end zone, and Barcelona goes ahead of Montreal for the first time in the game, 14-10. Let's go back to Brad Nessler.
14-10 there, and 3-3 here with 2:38 to go in the half. Perez gets the completion this time to the 36-yard line to Jason Johnson. Pick up a 13 and a first down for the Galaxy.
Good throw by Mike right there, right in the zone. Hit his receiver right at the belt buckle. Receiver held onto it, had no choice but to hold on to that ball. I like the way Mike Perez is playing tonight. He's playing poised in the pocket. A lot of his passes have been on the target.
His stats are going to look awful, but I agree with you.
But sometimes that is not indicative of the way a quarterback is playing.
The counter goes nowhere except down as Gardner's there to meet Baker.
And these defensive linemen are taught, if your offensive lineman in front of you pulls, follow him down the line and follow him where he's pulling. And that's exactly what Johnson did right there. Gardner did right there. Watch out. Here's tackle pulling down, and he follows him right into the hole. Makes a nice play.
There's Donnie Gardner, who had a nice game last week against Orlando, and he's doing the same here tonight. We're at the 2-minute warning in San Antonio, where the Riders and the Galaxy are even at 3. Beautiful night in San Antonio, Texas. And at the 2-minute warning, actually 1:54 to go in the half, Frankfurt and San Antonio tied at 3. Brad Nessler, Boomer Esiason, Michael Barkan with you here in the heart of Texas, where the Frankfurt Galaxy has 2nd and 16. Perez trying to get it out to Tony Baker and took a big-time shot. Greg Ross, the nose tackle, just let him have it.
Take a look at this shot.
Number 94, Mark Ledbetter with the hit on Galaxy quarterback Mike Perez.
Right in the numbers for Ross.
You know, that's like throwing steak to tigers, you know.
3rd down and 16.
Oh.
Frankfurt 3 out of 8 on their 3rd down conversions tonight.
That just gives me a headache watching it.
Perez trying to get away from the pressure again. Has some room, but he's going to have to hustle to get a 1st down, and he lost the ball. And the Riders have covered it. Perez tried to get all the yardage he could and then lost the handle. The San Antonio defense comes up with a big play. Off the bottom of the pile is going to come Terrence Cooks.
Quarterbacks are not used to running in open lanes much like this. We're not used to taking hits like that.
Greg Gilbert got the shot in.
He was trying to get the 1st down, so you can't fault him for that.
Yeah, set high. We got wide right, 8-15 switch on 1. Ready?
Okay, here we go, 8-15 switch. You watch the inside guy. Billy Hess up top, running an out pattern. He should go to the ball, should go to the left here.
Riders from their own 31. Salt's looking left, going left. There's Hess. Out of bounds. He got 9.
That was a big play for them last week. They had a 4th and 10. They called that same exact play, and he got them 10 yards. Wouldn't have worked last week. They only got 8 yards here. But here he is running against man coverage. Breaks away. Separation from the defensive back. Comes back to the ball. Good job of keeping his feet in bounds. And watch it.
Hess right in front.
He actually got pushed out. He got pushed out, and he's okay. Here comes the blitz.
Salt's got away. Got a block. Now he's going to have to get rid of it. And not only got rid of it, he got a 1st down to Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson gets into Galaxy territory.
And again on this, you'll see John Garrett make a great block downfield to spring Andre Johnson for another 10 yards.
The vertical. Now look, if it has to be.
How about a look from Lee Salt's perspective?
Here comes the blitz. There they are.
And then he makes like Fran Tarkenton before the throw.
And he sees Andre just floating behind the backers. Nobody paying attention.
How do you have time to spot somebody like that, Boomer, when you're running for your life? Ronnie Williams gets this catch and gets out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
It's all a matter of poise. It's all a matter of knowing that when you are scrambling, your receivers are taught in practice to come back to you. If they are on the sideline that you are running to, they'll go up the sideline. If they're down the sideline that you're running to, they'll come back down the sideline. It's a scramble drill, and you work that in practice.
2nd down and 5. The Riders at the Galaxy 43. Salt's, oh boy, almost a big-time interception for Lee Jones, the defensive end.
Knocked down by the Galaxy.
Lee may not have that chance again for a couple more games at least, maybe a couple more seasons.
That was a little screen pass, and Lee read that. He just got in between Lee Saltz and Ricky Blake. Made a nice play.
3rd and 5. Numbers for Saltz. Trying to get his Riders some more points before halftime.
Man coverage and a blitz again.
They pick it up this time, but a great defensive play by Keith McCoy, who had a big game against London last week with 5 tackles and a fumble recovery. And great.
Well, if we can go back to the video there and watch Yepi Paiute just come flying in the middle and disrupt the whole pocket.
What a play by McCoy at the end.
Good play.
McCoy out of Fresno State, and another punt coming up. Last time, Kent Sullivan's punt went for 0 yardage off the side of his foot, bounced out right at the marker. This one's not much better.
That one was blocked. 5th.
Goes out at the 26. And the fans don't like it. They were hoping Mike Riley would try to pick up a 1st down with 52 seconds left in the half, but he chooses not to. We're tied at 3 in San Antonio. We'll be back.
All right, we're back with punter Kent Sullivan. And Kent, that's 2 straight. The first one 0 yarders, this one not better. What's happening tonight?
Well, they want me to get the ball up quick because they're coming up from the left side, and I just I'm going too fast. I just need to take my own time. Well, not too slow, but I need to take my rhythm timing what I have, and they just want me to go faster. Now that's just sort of, you know, throwing me off. I just need to work on that.
What happened on the first punt? The second to last one.
Yeah. I tried I was going too fast, and the last time I was still going too fast. I just need to slow down a little bit more because they told me just to get rid of the ball, to get the ball out so I don't get blocked.
What adjustments are you going to make?
Just mental, just to try to keep my cool and just go through what I know, what I can do.
I see your teammates coming up to you. They're slapping you on the shoulder pads. That gives you a little confidence?
Yeah, it gives me confidence. They know I can punt the ball. I'm usually pretty good, and today I'm just not having a very good day right now.
All right, hang with it. Back to you, Brad.
All right, Michael, thanks.
You know, that's one of the tough things. You know, a punter is like a golfer. You know, he has a rhythm. And when his rhythm is going, I mean, and we've already seen him, you know, kick a few balls inside the 20. I mean, he is a good kicker. There's no question about that. And they do have 9 men. Frankfurt does have 9 men coming after him, and they are pressuring him. And the coaches are saying, look, there are going to be a couple guys that are going to come unblocked. You're going to have to get the ball off a lot quicker. He'll be fine. I mean, he's had 2 bad punts, but, you know, that's a part of the game. And you know, we all make mistakes, and he realizes that. So I expect him to come back. He'll probably kick a 60-yarder tonight. I hope he does.
Diana Nyad coming up in about 47 seconds with a Reebok halftime report. She's going to talk to Oliver Luck, the general manager at Frankfurt. Take a look at the action here in the first half of a 3-3 game. Galaxy with the ball, and Jason Johnson, the wide receiver, has it out over the 25-yard line. They're going to hurry it up here with 35 seconds left in the half.
I'll tell you what, when you come into Greg Gilbert's zone, he's going to make sure you know that he's sitting there.
He's put a lick on some people tonight.
He really has.
Perez had that one tipped at the line. Boy, the San Antonio defense so much sharper than last week against Orlando. And granted, the Galaxy may not have the Orlando offense, but still.
They're coming hard. And, you know, and we knew that they were going to make some mistakes last week against Orlando because Orlando does so many different things on offense. I mean, it's almost hard to defend that team.
That was the Galaxy general manager, Oliver Luck, former Houston Oilers quarterback. Still only 30 years old and the GM of this team. And
he speaks fluent German.
Interesting feature coming up at halftime on him. Galaxy set to punt it away. See if the Riders bring everybody to try to get to this kick. And it's another beauty by Wlaf. Boy, he has just pounded the last 2 punts. Lee Morris runs it down inside the 20.
Good setup.
Looking for some blocks. He got one nice one, but didn't get away from the second wave. 56-yard punt that time. And a 5-yard return. And time for a play or 2 for San Antonio, and that'll be it for our first half.
I think we'll probably just hand the ball to Ricky Blake or just sit on it and get out of here settle for this score right now at halftime. It's been a good defensive ball game, though. Last week was offensive fireworks, and for the defensive purists, this is exactly what you want.
All right, we got 10 seconds left. Let's hold on to the ball. We got wide right. We're going 34 stretch. Hold on to the ball, baby. Hold on.
Just telling Ricky Blake to hold on to the ball.
Hey, timeout.
San Antonio's going to call a timeout with 10 seconds left.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if they were a man short out there or what, but Saltz will head to the sideline.
I think Saltz is looking for a little help there.
Shit, better than take another 5 yards. Yeah, that's better.
Next week we'll be in Montreal for our first international game on Monday night as the Machine of Montreal hosts the Birmingham Fire. Action starts at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Are those guys going to be there?
They were in Birmingham for the opener. I know that. I don't know if they've taken that war paint off yet or not.
Just hold on the ball now. The wide right, 34 stretch on 1. Ready? Hold on now.
There's a little handoff to Ricky Blake off the right side. Never know, he could pop through and go for a big gain. Good safe play. Please tell him to hold on to the ball. No need to fumble here.
Final play of the half. Blake going to add some statistics here.
He almost broke out of there.
Across the 40 to the 42. We still have 2 seconds left. 19-yard romp for Ricky Blake.
That's a smart play by Lee Saltz. He is in there. He realizes that they only have 10 seconds to go. If Ricky Blake is going to break and make some good yards, he's going to call timeout, which is what he did. He's going to go over to his coach and say, what do you want to do, coach? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Hail Mary here or something.
Try to get a defensive penalty or maybe somehow get a gift.
We're going wide right, 541. I'm going to throw it up. Hold on.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so just give me a little.
Yeah. Give him a lot of time. I'm going to send a little bit on
Yeah, okay.
He's loosening up his arm right here.
Come across. Just come straight across about 12. Find a hole in here.
You know, sometimes we got to make sure the guys are listening to you.
Wide right, 541 on one. Ready?
They're going to throw up a prayer here with 2 seconds left.
You got to make it stick when you're in that huddle. And if they're not listening to you, you got to make sure they're listening to you.
He said Mike Perez wasn't using enough authority in his huddle. I think
there's enough authority.
Straighten it out in San Antonio. This is last play of the half. And incomplete. Intended receiver Lee Morris fell down in the middle.
I think if I was one of these quarterbacks tonight, I'd be kind of taking a few shots tonight, I think.
So our first half comes to a close in San Antonio. And a couple of field goals. The only scoring so far here in Texas. 3-3, the Frankfurt Galaxy and the San Antonio Riders. Let's go down to Michael Barkamp. Michael.
With Coach Mike Riley, and Coach, you put a lot of defensive pressure on him. You turned over the ball. What do you want to see defensively in the second half?
Well, you know, we're playing pretty good defense and made a couple of good stands to keep them from scoring, but what we have to do is take advantage of our opportunities. We're not real crisp right now. We need to find that and get better.
Offensively, they're bringing all their men at you. They're blitzing all the time, and Lee has picked it up very nicely. What do you want to see from him and the offense second half?
Well, we moved the ball okay, but then they caused some bad plays, which set us back, and we haven't quite been able to keep any momentum because of that. What we have to do is be a little bit more consistent or take advantage of a big play.
Words for Kent Sullivan, your punter. He's had 2 less than average or less than par punts.
He's got a good leg, and he's been very impressive with it so far. He's just got to relax out there and punt the ball and pick it up a little bit. There hasn't really been big-time pressure.
Okay, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Brad.
Into the first half, 3-3. You think that last play was a throwaway? Lee Saltz doesn't think so. Watch this elbow coming up on the final play of the first half.
Hello,
from
Timmy.
San Antonio.
Hello, Timmy Brody. Bam!
Pow.
Oh, good night. See you later.
Diane and I had coming up with our halftime report from San Antonio. We're even at 3.
Urban shoe in the world, the Reebok Pump. Pump up, and they're out. Reporting from New York, here's Diana Nyad.
Welcome, everyone, to our halftime report here on USA. The World League organizers knew that to make American football a wildly popular sport in soccer-crazy Europe, they were going to have to find some general managers with tremendous diversity. Well, the man they zeroed in on for GM of the Frankfurt Galaxy team has a wonderfully diverse background. If you don't know him already, we want to introduce you to him now. His name is Oliver Luck. Last week, the World League kicked off when the Frankfurt Galaxy took on the London Monarchs in Frankfurt. However, the celebration belonged to London as they defeated Frankfurt and danced the night away in the inaugural matchup. Presented with the challenge of bringing professional football to Germany is the Frankfurt GM, 30-year-old Oliver Luck. Luck, a former quarterback with the Houston Oilers, is up to the task, but he knows